You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a comfortable start to the day. Have you been outside yet? If you have not, I highly recommend just taking a moment of your time. Take your cell phone with you if you're watching Wake Up with Witcher on your cell phone, your tablet, or your laptop, and go outside and enjoy a nice fresh cup of coffee or sweet tea or hot tea or whatever your drink of choice is here this morning, and embrace it for what it is. Listen, if you need to get out and mow, do yard work, today is the day to do it, at least this morning. Now, of course, we're still talking July weather, and it's still going to be another warm day. Yesterday turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day around East Tennessee. Let's go and talk about the almanac. We all trended below average for the most part. Chattanooga was 2 degrees above average, and Tri-Cities was 4 degrees anyways, below average anyways. In Knoxville, 2 degrees below average at 87 degrees. So it was definitely another warm day, yes, but at least the humidity really got knocked out of the atmosphere, and that made it feel so much more comfortable. Actually, believe it or not, temperatures are trending much cooler than what we were yesterday morning. We're anywhere from, say, 9 to nearly 20 degrees cooler than where we were sitting yesterday morning. Remember, we had the cold front still swinging its way on through, so we still had higher humidity levels yesterday. This morning's not the case, and it is amazing. Temperatures now in the 50s and low to mid 60s. Can't go wrong with that in the month of July. By the way, good morning, Melissa, Julie, Pam, Betty, and Tammy, as well as Robin joining us here this morning. Already firing away the chat. Glad you could all join us along with Chris and Eva and Aaron. How's the day going, everybody? Everybody doing good? You missed a good live concert last night. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a few minutes. So here are your weather headlines. A comfortable start to the day with a little bit more heat later on this afternoon. Now, when we're talking heat, temperatures will continue to warm, and we are talking near records. Rain chances are fairly lackluster. It just doesn't look like we have a huge chance for a lot of rain. Humidity will gradually increase, but the general idea is our temperatures will be very similar to our heat index values, or vice versa. Our heat index values will be very similar to our temperatures because we are looking at a lot of humidity to work its way on in. So this morning started off with temps in the 50s and 60s. We'll climb into the low 80s by lunchtime. That's going to be a nice lunch hour. We have great patios out there. If you're in the shade, it's going to feel good. Now, again, we're not going to have the breeze that we had yesterday. That is really relaxed. And so do anticipate quiet, sunny, and dry conditions. Forecast high temperatures will top out in the upper 80s to low 90s. Seasonable afternoon. Can't go wrong with that. Our average highs for this time of year are in the upper 80s. So again, a little bit warmer, but when we're talking heat index values, we're not really talking heat index values. And so that's going to make for another nice, comfortable evening. Temperature of 89 by 6. By 8, we're at 87. And by 10 o'clock here tonight, we're all the way down to 79 degrees. Let's go ahead and take you outside here for a second. Live looking downtown Gatlinburg here at this hour. Great start to the day for sure. Union County, big shout out to you folks from the county courthouse there. And not a cloud in the sky. Now, we do have a little bit of fog showing up across town, but not enough to really slow anybody down, so no fog is a major issue. That camera's not working. And there's a live look there, Fox Road Marina. A perfect day to be on the water. It is like glass out there this morning. Anybody got a wakeboard boat or a wake surfing boat? Let's go. This is the perfect time of the day to go out and enjoy it because you don't have, and it's really going to be like this all day long due to the fact that we just don't have a lot of wind in the atmosphere. I'll show you what it looks like also from the East Tennessee weather camera. And gorgeous, just really amazing start to the day. High pressure is the name of the game. High pressure brings us, ding, 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 happy weather. Typically, anyways. And so happy weather is going to be with us if you like the sunshine, quiet, and dry conditions. Although I know we need some rain. But doesn't look like we're going to see a whole lot of rain. Cold fronts to our east. Now, listen, the reason I'm going to show you this map is because it's still vacation season. And there's a lot of folks that still are traveling to Myrtle Beach and Charleston and the Outer Banks and down into Florida. And when you look at this, our frontal boundary is going to stall out along the Outer Banks of North Carolina. That's going to bring rain showers from Charleston to Myrtle Beach to Wilmington to the Outer Banks to Virginia Beach. So if you're heading off to the beaches today and or tomorrow, do anticipate some scattered showers and thunderstorms. We'll also see that along the Gulf Coast as well. But if you're staying here locally, it's going to be nice. Again, I know we need the rain, but we're not going to get any rain. So therefore, we just need to appreciate the weather that we have around us. And this is, my friends, perfect July weather. Rainfall forecast all the way through Saturday night. We don't see any. The upper Midwest sees a little bit, and the Outer Banks will see a lot. So a lot of rain is expected across the eastern part of North and South Carolina, along with parts of Virginia. So that's really the story all the way through Saturday. Sunday, we're pretty much going to stay much more of the same, so we'll kind of hold that course. Rain chances, taking those all out of the forecast pretty much through Monday. I don't think we're going to see anything. I just don't. It just doesn't look likely. Now, we may see a little bit of an uptick in those rain chances Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, but again, it's only if a disturbance that's being advertised can actually dip its way further to the south. If it does, then we'll see elevated rain chances, but it's not going to last very long, and it really doesn't add up to a whole lot. When you look at the Weather Prediction Center's rainfall forecast or rainfall outlook for the next 7 days, it just doesn't show a whole lot here across the Tennessee Valley. From Memphis to Chattanooga, Nashville, Knoxville, Tri-Cities, anywhere in between. Now, we may start to see a little bit more afternoon showers and thunderstorms across the highest peaks of the Smokies. Look at all the rainfall that's associated with that storm across the eastern seaboard. I mean, places like the Myrtle Beach to Norfolk are going to see over 1 to maybe pockets of 4 inches of rain. Now, remember, I said dew points are going to stay on the lower side. So dew points is the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, okay? When our dew points this time of the year are in the 60s, we have to embrace it and enjoy it, because it makes the morning lows down a little bit more. So the mornings are going to be a lot more comfortable. High temperatures, though, thanks to a ridge of high pressure building its way back into the area, I want you to notice a couple things. Okay, notice Tuesday, Wednesday, dew points climb to the upper 60s to the low 70s. That's a little bit more of the air that you can wear. That's almost 10 degrees warmer with dew points or higher with dew points than what we'll experience throughout the day today. So you take today's forecast and the feel of today, and then you add 10 degrees of dew points or moisture to the atmosphere, and you combine that with extreme heat, and we're talking near record high temperatures with heat index values pushing 105 degrees as we get into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Look at these temperatures. Now, dry air heats up and cools down faster than moist air. That's just the way it works. But that's why it takes all summer long for us to get into peak hurricane season, because it takes that long to warm up the ocean waters. It doesn't happen overnight, right? But it is definitely another heat wave heading our way. And some of the hottest temperatures of the season are heading our way. But as I mentioned, even though those temperatures will be in the upper 90s to near 100, watch our heat index values. Again, sure, that shows heat index values in the upper 90s, but our temperatures will be in the upper 90s. And that's really going to be the story as we get into Saturday. Probably at about, maybe 1 to 4 degrees on top of the air temperature for that heat index value as we get into Saturday, Sunday. But watch Monday, Tuesday time frame. Temperatures go up, but so do those heat index values. So again, I think by Tuesday, we'll probably be pushing close to 105 degrees. Now, we've already been there this season. We haven't had temperatures that hot, but we've definitely had the feels like temperatures on the hotter side. So extreme heat is going to be working its way back into the area, and that's going to stick with us all the way through next Wednesday, maybe Thursday and Friday. Looking ahead to the 21st, above average temperatures. Now, there is some signals of maybe a little bit more seasonable weather as we go from the 19th through the 25th. Still slightly above average, but those are probabilities, and so the probabilities aren't too terribly high. Do we see an elevated increased chance for precipitation? Well, I just don't see that we have a whole lot. We don't have any major disturbances on the way. We have high pressure, we have dry weather, and we have to overcome that. So we have to flip the atmosphere. Mother Nature, it's a process, and when we get stuck in a pattern, sometimes we get stuck in a pattern for a long time, and that's the way it's playing out. By the way, if you're new to the platform here this morning, good morning. Welcome to Wake Up with Witcher. Download the East Tennessee Weather app. Got about 5 new downloads yesterday from an event I went to yesterday. I went and spoke to the United Methodist Church there off of the Middlebrook United Methodist Church. I talked to the elders over there. It was probably a group of about, I'd say probably, I'll see if I can get a picture of it, about 20, 30 people or so. And it was fun just to talk about weather, my career, my history, where I've been. And so it was a lot of fun for sure. See if I can get these pictures up for you. I'll get them up here in just a second. But it was a lot of fun. Got to talk about all things weather and just really enjoyed talking to everybody about what I'm doing. So I was trying to find that picture for you. See if I can't find it. Anyways, how's everybody doing this morning? Everybody enjoying it? Yesterday so I went and had that talk yesterday, and then I had a chance to go out to. I didn't have a chance, but I went out to Yeehaw Brewing Company last night and enjoyed the evening. Broadcast live. Not sure if you got a chance to see it, but broadcast live last night, and then enjoyed some bluegrass music, and then went over to Schultzbrow to enjoy the Copa America Cup. And boy, that was an incredible soccer game. Fun times for sure to be had by all. I'm not sure if I can find these. I'm trying to find these pictures. There they are. Let me get these for you. I'd like to share them with you. But let's see if we can't get these. I think I got them here for you. I do. Maybe I do. Let's see if we can't get this one going. Anyways, there it is. All right, now we'll get it up on camera for you. So I had a great group of people. There we go. So I got to show them the East Tennessee Weather Platform, the 24-hour weather channel, and had great conversation. Also had great conversation about climate change, our thoughts, our feelings on it. Conservation. We talked about conservation, how important it is to conserve water on these hot days. Of course, I know a lot of us need to water the yards, but I had a couple questions like, do you actually talk to people about conservation? I said, I actually do quite a bit. One of my biggest pet peeves is when it's pouring rain and I see sprinkler systems on. It just seems like such a waste of resources and water. And we feel like water's infinite, but it's not. I'm sure the oceans are full of water, but it's salt water. We can't really use that water, right? And then you go across the West Coast, and they beg for water every year. They have high fire danger every year. And so, again, conservation is such a great thing. So, again, thanks for having me out at Middlebrook United Methodist Church yesterday. Ralph and all the folks really got to join us. And let me just tell you this. This really just gave me goosebumps, and it was a really good moment. So one of the guys there was like, hey, I got a story for you. And he started telling me the story. And he goes, let me know, raise your hand when you know who I'm talking about. And he goes on to this story about this young boy who's really interested in meteorology and how he reached out to a lot of folks. And he goes, there was one gentleman that really took this young boy under his wings, brought him into the studio, built his resume tape when he didn't even have a job yet, and got him his first job. And I said, I know exactly who you're talking about. You're talking about Austin Bowling. He goes, yep, that's my grandson. And he goes, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a leader in our community. Thank you for being a teacher in our community. And I helped get his grandson his very first job. I did that with two people, actually, straight out of college. Come into the studio, bring about, one was a woman, one was a guy, but bring in like 4, 5, 6 different outfits. We'll videotape you in front of the weather wall. We'll videotape you on the weather porch in the weather center. And we put together a resume tape because in college, if they didn't build one, there's no way to send out a resume tape. It was nearly impossible. So I brought him in, took him under my wings. He got his first job. He was in Lawton, Oklahoma for a little bit. Actually came to town where he was from and got a job at one of the local TV stations for 2 or 3 years. And then his wife wanted to move back to Lawton, Oklahoma. So they're back in Oklahoma now. And I think he's gotten out of the weather business. The other woman I was talking about, she also, straight out of college, out of UT, came in, built her resume tape, helped her get her first job, and she soared. I think she went from like Norfolk to maybe a couple other markets, and then now she's in Cleveland, Ohio right now. And she actually works under one of my best friends, one of my really good friends, who's the chief meteorologist at the TV station up there. And so it was just really nice to hear that because I told him, I said, I love to go talk to kids. I love to teach people about weather. I just like to talk to people. And I think education is such an important thing. Even though I promised myself, as I told my story, I promised myself I'd never go back to college after I graduated the first time. I was like, no, thank you. I am good. I am done with school. And not more than 6 months later, I was back in college taking meteorology, getting my meteorology degree because I got into weather. And I think many of you may know this story, but if you don't, a little bit of back history on my story, even though I've been doing weather now for almost 25 years, which is mind-blowing to me. How did that happen? I actually tried to get out of TV weather, being a TV meteorologist, 7 times. Went to the general manager, the news director, and the owner of the TV station at my first TV station. I said, I tried out for the job, I got the job, and I tried to get out 7 times. They're like, why are you doing this? And I go, they're like, you're good at this. And I go, no, I'm not. I'm awful at it, by the way. Terrible. One day I'll bring my old resume tape and show you what I look like. I probably have it on my computer somewhere, but I don't want to waste your time. We'll try to do that. Today's a Throwback Thursday. Maybe I'll look for that kind of stuff and give you a little highlight of Little Witcher back in the day. Anyways, and so maybe I can get that on. It is Throwback Thursday. But anyways, I tried to get out of TV weather 7 times. Isn't that not crazy? But I finally realized and decided that, listen, if you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know why things are happening the way they are, the only way to fix it is to educate yourself. And so lo and behold, I was back in college for a 3-year program, and I was talking to them because they're an elderly group, and so I was like, yeah, and believe it or not, and most of you probably will know this. So Cody, maybe if Cody's on here, yeah, Cody's old enough. But anyways, when I did online broadcasting school for meteorology, I did it all online, and this was like in 2001, 2002, 2003. I think I graduated in 2003 from Mississippi State. I did it all online with dial-up internet. Like, seriously. Like, that was like the first online schools, right? Dial-up internet, and all my lectures were on VHS tapes. I remember watching those things. You pop in the VHS player, they'd get all goofy and wiggle around, and then you sit, and you're not in a classroom, you're sitting on the couch watching a VHS tape, because that's where your VHS player was, and the next thing you know, you're like, boring, lectures. It's like you just watch this professor lecture. And you'd be like, all right, well, got to rewind that one. And not as easy to rewind a VHS tape like it is nowadays with just scrolling or scrubbing through video. But anyways, that's a little back history on me. It was great conversation and great to talk to those folks. And it was great to be at Yeehaw last night and outdoors and to enjoy this beautiful weather. Betty says, good morning, Mike and everyone. What a beautiful morning. Good morning to you, Betty. It is Friday Eve. Yes. Happy Friday Eve, everybody. Pretty awesome stuff. I really want to find those files for you. It would be so fun to watch. I don't know if I'll be able to find them. Maybe I will. I don't know. They're on my computer somewhere. Let's see. Here's some stuff. But this is all like from the TV days, and I don't necessarily know. I wonder if I could get this on. I don't know if I'll be able to. We'll see. We'll see if it comes on. Anyways, Tammy says it feels great outside. It is a nice taste of fall, if you will. Fall-like. Feels great. Feels great. Good morning, Anthony. How are you this morning? We've got Krista and Tammy and, again, Julie on here. Let's see. I don't know. I was trying to watch some video, but in the background to see if I could find that, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Anyways, we'll try to get that maybe for next week, and I'll show you some old classic video. Who is the woman who does the intro? I have heard her on many different shows. Have you? She's a voiceover lady. I don't know. She lives somewhere in America. I think she's out in Nebraska or something. Maybe Missouri. I don't know. I don't know who it is. I can find her name. I forget exactly. Her name's, I think, Dawn. But she's a voiceover person, so you just pay her to do some voiceover work. That's who it is. Nobody in town. I tried to get somebody in town. I tried to get Russ Biven to do my voiceover work, but he could not at the time. Good morning, Aaron. How are you this morning? We've got Donna on here as well. Felicia, good morning. Don't forget. Of course, we'll talk about it, Felicia, tomorrow, but we'll highlight things going on here for the upcoming weekend. You would like to order a morning like this every morning. You could move to the West Coast, like Colorado has mornings like this daily in the summer. And then it heats up to 100 degrees during the day, but you have these kind of mornings every day in Denver. Any chance for snow? Yes, actually, it's going to dump 4 inches of snow tomorrow night. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? It is getting pretty difficult, I think, to keep these gardens. You got to water them constantly. The breeze was amazing. Good kite flying day yesterday. Good day just to be outside and enjoy. Good morning, Christy. How is that? How are you doing this morning? She says, how's everyone doing? How are you doing this morning? Doing good? Thanks for joining us for Wake Up with Witcher this morning. Ooh, there we go. Janice, good morning to you. Perfect morning for a nice little walk or stroll. Yeah. So my kid got in trouble the other day, and he's got until tomorrow night to do a little bit of manual labor outside. He got grounded in other stuff, but I said, I think it's good for the soul to do a little bit of manual labor. So he's got a fire pit that I ruined during my construction because I burned too much stuff in there a couple years ago, and it cracked all my fire pit blocks anyways. And so it's been just a big giant pile of fire bricks kind of stuff. They're all broken, and so that his goal is to move those and get rid of those so we can rebuild our fire pit and get ready for fall season. While this weather is perfect, especially tonight as the sun goes down, although the days stay later, so you have to stay up a little bit longer. Our good fire pit nights. Last night was a good one for that as well, but not recommended due to the drought. And speaking of which, the U.S. Drought Monitor comes out later on this morning, about 9 o'clock this morning. Let's see if it's come out yet. I don't think it has, but and so I would imagine that the drought will continue to worsen around East Tennessee. Let's see. It has not come out. Oh, it comes out at 8 a.m. So in 30 minutes, the new U.S. Drought Monitor comes out. So I'll keep you posted on that and post that to social media. But I would imagine that the drought continues to worsen. You don't need me to tell you that. Somebody told me that on social media the other week when I posted it. They're like, I don't think we needed to know that the drought was worsening. Well, I know, but the official drought, where is the drought the worse? That's good information to know, right? Oh, there we go, Donna. There we go. Our church kids are at church camp this week. I know our pastor and other adults are loving this weather. One of my sons and 4 of our grandbabies are there. That's amazing. I remember going to church camp growing up, Boy Scout camp growing up, doing all those kinds of things. It's not unbearable right now. Get outside, Kimberly. Go take a nice little walk. It's good for the soul and good for your heart. But you got a big heart anyways, but you know what I mean. It's good for your heart. Christy, I hope you have a great day as well. Good morning, Tom. Last night was great. Can we have more of that, please? Yes, tonight will be nice. Even tomorrow night will be a nice evening. Saturday night, well, I think still Saturday night and Saturday morning will still be fairly decent. I'll show you some low temperatures. See if I can find the low temperatures. So I'll show you. Let's see. We'll get those low temperatures to show you that I think that we will have. Here we go. Let's show you some lows. How low do we go? Well, that's off the charts. We'll fix that. Let me come back on camera. So the lows will gradually increase. So again, tomorrow morning will be fairly decent. But those low temperatures, as the humidity increases, those low temperatures will come up as well. And that's going to make for a little bit, more unpleasant weather, if you will. Let's see. There we go. There's our lows. Now let me show you the low temperatures. So lows will be great tomorrow. A little bit warmer, but still pleasant on Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. That would be this morning. You get the point. But as we get into Saturday, Sunday, Monday, our lows will warm into the 70s. And then next Tuesday, Wednesday, as our dew points climb into the mid 70s, our low temperatures will come up as well. Remember, the low temperatures will, the dew point, the higher the dew point, the higher our morning lows. That's the story. So when we get this dry air to come on in, that allows for some amazing, comfortable weather for morning temperatures. So with that said, when we look at your 30% of normal, this really tells the story. This is the past 30 days, not the month, the past 30 days. And you can see places like Saudi Daisy, Dayton, Crossville, Oak Ridge, 11 to 18% of normal. Awful. Awful. So when you look at our rainfall deficit over the last 30 days, again, not this month, last 30 days, we're nearing 3 to 4 inches behind on rainfall. That's pretty incredible. And that's not needed. If this doesn't change soon, and the way it works too, we better watch what we wish for, right? We wanted some warmer weather. Well, here we are. We want rain, but what's next? Do we get a deluge of rain and all of a sudden we're being inundated with rain every single day? And then now all of a sudden we're going to be complaining about that as well. Human nature, we're going to find something to complain about. But one thing you can't complain about is dancing on a Thursday. I know you're bobbing your head. That's right. You can't complain about the national holidays of the day. And those national holidays of the day today are... How about this? It's 7-Eleven Day. Anybody grow up with a 7-Eleven and a Slurpee? I did. They had them out in Colorado, where I was growing up. So it is 7-Eleven Day. Good day to go get yourself an icy or a slushy. We don't have 7-Elevens here in East Tennessee. But we have other places to go get a slushy or an icy. Or, remember, I talked about this a while ago, but one thing that's amazing is Sonic's Grape Cream Slush. A cream slush from Sonic is to die for. Maybe I'll go get the kids a cream slush. I don't think they've ever had one. But a good day for that. It's National Mojito Day for any mojito drinkers out there. It's All-American Pet Photo Day. Aww. Well, that means I'm going to have to show you some of my little pets, isn't it? I'm going to have to do that. That seems appropriate. It's also National Blueberry Muffin Day. I love me some blueberry muffins, and it's also National Rainier Cherry Day. And it's National Cheer Up the Lonely Day. That's always a good one. Anybody lonely here? If you are, I hope we can cheer you up. I hope so. That's it. That's all we got for the day today. For national holidays. Blueberry muffins, cherries. If you're lonely, I'm going to give you a virtual Witcher hug. When the Witchers get together and we give people a hug, we call that a sandwicher. Do you get it? Sandwicher? Oh, that one deserves this. Yeah, that deserves that. Okay. Cracked me up. Morning, Joe. How are you this morning, bud? Hey, by the way, have you been flying lately? When are we going up for a flight? I want to go for a flight with you, bud. So, speaking of which, I became a Witcher weather watcher, and there's no weather to watch. That is true. That is very true. But for all the Witcher weather watchers, our design for our shirts and hats are in the making. I went out and ordered all my merch yesterday. So it is being designed and made and built and eventually the next week to two shipped. And I will be picking that up. And so then, of course, we'll add that to easttnweather.com on the East Tennessee Weather website so you can order some new merch. But, yes, finally took care of business. The two shirts I'm out of are... And two new designed T-shirts coming our way, by the way. Got that going. Okay. working on a Wake Up with Witcher design. So then the Witcher's Weather Watchers and the Wake Up with Witcher mugs that are going to be coming to the market soon are being designed by an artist. So those are in the works as well. So yes, new merch is coming, and it has finally been, so to speak, ordered, if you will. So that's good news. Let's see what else is going on. Pat, it's going to be very similar to what we had yesterday, maybe about 2 to 3 degrees warmer, but humidity is going to be on the lower side as well. And if my wife is watching on her phone, I heard her just back out of the car or the garage, and so, hey, wife, have a great day. She's heading off to work here this morning to go save the world as a nurse. And hats off to all the nurses and doctors and anybody in the medical field. It takes a brave soul to be in that field. I don't know how she does it. But she does, and she's very good at it. Now that you asked me that, her name is Samantha Roberts. Sam? Do you remember her? Dark hair, petite. Yay, Katrina. Yes, next weekend I will be at the Granger County Tomato Festival. Oh, no, Layla, you're the best. You're good at hugs, too. But Layla, thank you very much. I will. I don't necessarily know that I'll have all available merch for the Tomato Festival next weekend because I don't think it's going to be ready. But I will bring some merch. The problem is my T-shirts, I'm out of extra large and double 2XL. Large, XL, and 2X are the most popular sizes. Well, thanks. Me too. Although sometimes I wonder what I've done with my life. No, just kidding. No, I'm glad I didn't quit either because I really do love science because my first career goal was to be a high school science teacher. That was my very first career goal. Then it was an aviator, and then it became journalism. I wanted to be a reporter, and it's crazy that I tried to get out of what I've now been doing for 25 years. And I've told you this before, but I tell kids when I go talk to some like sixth graders to high schoolers, and we talk about careers and what we're going to be doing, I tell them my story, and I tell them don't give up. And even though you have your mindset going down this path, that doesn't necessarily mean that this path's not going to work out better for you, or the path is not the path that you're going to end up taking. There's always a crossroads. Every single day you have a decision to make, right? This way or this way. Every day. So when you wake up every morning, is your glass half full? Or rather, Brian's always full. It's runneth over for Brian every day. But is your glass half full when you get out of bed, or is it half empty? You are in charge of your own destiny, right? When you get out of bed every day, when you wake up every day, what kind of a day are you going to have? And I know sometimes it takes a shower to wake up or wash your face to get that day really going. At least it does for me. I have to take a shower. That's the only way I can wake up. I don't care if I took a shower before I go to bed. I have to take a shower first thing in the morning. That's the only way I can wake up. But what kind of day are you going to have? Let's try to embrace it, right? Life is short. As I say every day, life is short. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Be a good person. That's what makes the world go round. Well, that's what would make the world a better world. Anyways, how's your cup of coffee or drink of choice here this morning? Are you sitting out on the back patio? If you're sitting on the back patio watching Wake Up with the Witcher right now, drinking a cup of coffee, take a photo of that and post it to the Witcher's Pictures link, would you? Would you? Let's see if I have... I had some more photos I wanted to share with you. I think I did. Let's see. There is. Let's see if I can find a good one. She'll be mad at me if I don't get a good one. There's my lovely wife and I last night at Yeehaw. This was right after my broadcast. She decided to come out. She was on the paddleboard. She had a little bit of alone time yesterday. Wanted to get out on the paddleboard and just have some free time by herself. And so she was able to do that. and then she got to meet us in downtown. So that was a lot of fun. You want to see? Let's see if this will. I don't know if this will play. Let's see if this works. I don't think it's gonna play. I don't know why it doesn't play on here, but that's me wakeboarding. That's gonna be a little. That's me wakeboarding the other day. That's pretty awesome, huh? Look at that. That was pretty cool. Today, the other day was National Freeze Pop Day, so the family and I took a photo, and so today's another great day for freeze pops. I know some of you said, I eat these every day. I have a neighbor that eats them like literally every night, so good day to enjoy some freeze pops, or a swimming pool, or some air conditioning. This is what I'd rather be doing right now instead of being in the studio. I'd rather be broadcasting outside, enjoying the a nice cool morning with you. So I'll pretend that I'm outside right now, but I'm not there. I'm inside. And actually, I had to turn on the AC a little bit this morning. I know it seems weird, right? But the studio is like literally so hot because of all the computers I have. Anyways, I digress. Let's see. What else are we all saying here? I'm way behind on chat. Let's see. Kat says, I remember watching you years ago when you said you would get so nervous doing the weather that you got over it, that by just pretending the camera was just one person that you were having a conversation with. That is true. I've always been proud of you because you are so good in front of the camera. Oh, thank you. And seem to have overcome it. I have. My two hardest classes, and that's part of my story, is my mom thought I was nuts to get into journalism. She said, what are your two hardest classes right now in college? Or in high school, really? And I said, speech and writing and English. Like those, I just hated. Awful. Hated getting up in front. But believe it or not, and I think I've told you this before, believe it or not, one thing that I do still get extremely nervous for, and I don't know why, the anxiety in me just skyrockets, is when you sit around in a circle and you have to tell people who you are, what you do, where you're from, that kind of thing. Like super simple, right? But I don't know what it is. When it's going around the circle, I'm like, I have no idea why, because I can talk to anybody at all points, and I've done, big events, and I've emceed big events with hundreds of people. But I don't know. That's just a weird thing, I guess. But yeah, you just have to kind of overcome it. And when you're talking, I'm talking to just you, one person, right? I know all of you are watching, but when you get in broadcasting, you're talking to a camera. That's why I've always said it would be like in the studios. We've always had here it's just me. In the TV studios, there's only like maybe 5 people in the morning show, like watching, or maybe it's just a couple. So it's like you kind of forget that people are watching. So you just have fun and be yourself. That's really all it is. Just be yourself. Don't try to be somebody that you're not, right? Good morning, Robert. How's everyone doing this morning? How are you? All right, so TK's Gourmet Food Wagon is going to be at UT Hospital today for lunch, and our handcrafted burger menu, all fresh sides, and a new hot dog option. A new hot dog option, Tom. The Reuben dog. I have never had such a thing. Is it good? There is a place in town that I've actually had that does like gourmet hot dogs, that like weird dogs, like Korean barbecue hot dogs. And it sounds awful, right? Sounds awful. Well, at least it did to me. It was not the case. They were amazing hot dogs. No, you didn't. Tina, go try a cream slush. Promise you. You won't hate me for it unless you eat them every day. And then our midsections will hate me. But great, you can get all different flavors of the cream slush. Grape is like one of my favorites. So a grape cream slushie. I think I'm going to have to go take the kids to go get one of those today. Oh, Mount Juliet. Closest 7-Eleven is near the Amazon off of Golden Bear Road and 40 in Mount Juliet. That's the closest. We actually do have them in the state of Tennessee. I did not know that. So free slushy day. Slushies are good. Let's see. When does the Hot Air Balloon Festival start? Fall? It's fall. Those hot air balloons cannot possibly get any altitude at all. No lift. In an airplane when it's this hot, it's very tough to get lift in the wings. And so, on these hot days, not going to be flying any hot air balloons, that's for sure. Kimberly, you are silly. I don't have any muscles. I don't know. I don't know if I am. Not that I know of. Morning, RD. All right, well, maybe you just helped me design Wake Up with Witcher. Best part of waking up is Witcher in your cup, and then you'll have to get a photo of me. Like, maybe I can get me inside the rim of the cup, like crawling out. Like, that would be funny. I might steal that one, Heidi. I might have to make a Wake Up with Witcher mugs just like that. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Sean. Sean's joining us from Virginia this morning. Good for you, Krista. Glasses. You got a full glass, my friend. Let's see. Well, there we go, Eva. I'm going to have a great day because God woke me up this morning. That's we can be thankful every single day that we wake up, open our eyes, and can be able to step out of bed, can't we? Ooh, Chris is up early in the morning. I don't miss those days. I don't. Like I was telling my buddy last night, I was like, there is no way I'd be out watching the soccer game right now if I still worked in local news where I had to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. It just would not have happened. Cat's got the right idea. I got a sunroom. Windows are open with a coffee in your hand. That sounds pleasant. Let's see what else we got going on. I guess that's about it. There's no traffic issues out there this morning. We've already done our holidays for the day. And it is 7:44. Good morning, Starlene. How are you? And we've got Cheryl on here. Angela said she sent a photo from Union County. Let me see if I can find it. See if it's on here. Let's go to Witcher's Pictures and see if it actually uploaded yet. And maybe. There it comes. Ugh. There's an error message. Sometimes you got to log out and sometimes you got to log back in to get the things that you want, right? Like this morning, my computer locked up and I had to restart everything. I was like, what just happened? Why are you locking up on me? Let's see. Ooh. When was this from? Oh, these are old photos. Well, apparently it's not updating right now because these are photos from like a long time ago. All right, well, I'll try to get it if I can. Starlene's joining us from Jefferson City. It's hard to overcome shyness or anxiety talking to people. There are some people that just cannot be in crowds. Just overwhelms them. I tend to thrive on crowds. I love people. I was the one that, as a kid, that would go talk to anybody in the mall as a kid. Yes, we used to go play video games at the mall. But I still talk to everybody. Not because they know me from TV or whatever, just because I like to talk to people. All right. Angela, I think that was you that said you just posted a picture. It was. So here it is. It just updated and loaded. Oh, this is a cool shot. This is from Union County, from Angela. Look at that. Got some fog out there, a little bit of haze and fog, and that's about it. So we've got that. Let's see, a couple more showed up this morning. Felicia, finally getting some red tomatoes, she says. So here's Felicia's tomatoes. Those look pretty good. I'm a little upset that we didn't get our garden going this year. I really wanted to get a garden going this year, but good job, Felicia. I just want to reach around the TV and go, eat them. You know what's funny is I love tomatoes, but my friend offered me the other day, she's got a little tomato garden, and this is a cool picture too. And she offered me like those little cherry tomatoes. She's like, these are so good. Just try one. I was like, nope, I can't eat cherry tomatoes just like that. I can cut them up and put them on a sandwich, but I just can't eat them. How about that? That's from Foxton Country Club this morning. And this was sent in by J. Gene Sims. That is a cool shot. Great day for some golf, huh? Erin's on here this morning. What did she say about this photo? She posted a photo to Witcher's Pictures. Let me shrink that up a little bit. She says on here, yesterday morning, approximately 8:15, intersection of North Peters and Cedar Bluff. Nice little view there yesterday morning. This morning's even way better. Jennifer had a great view from Maryville. This is a great one from Maryville. Cool little shot of the Smokies off in the distance. Hayne. Is it hay season right now? I guess it is hay season. And a few clouds, a few breaks in those clouds yesterday. And eventually started to see them all break. All right, so there is a concert. So this is from Chris Hahn. And if anybody's looking for something to do, Sunday, July 14th at 4 p.m., conducted by Colonel John, we'll just call him that. It's at the Cathedral Hall. Oh, this is really cool. It's the National Community Band. Admission is free, seating is limited. So it's at the, that's right off of North Shore and Kingston Pike. So if you're looking for something to do, 4 o'clock, Sunday, July 14th. And Chris Hahn posted that and asked if I'd share that. He said, hey, Witcher, this is Hahn. I'm playing in the concert Sunday. It's worth sharing. I'd appreciate it if you did. And so there you go, Chris. Cool stuff. So Chris is going to be performing in that. So if you're looking for something to do, go check that out on Sunday. Great stuff. Starling says, Mike, we are here in Jefferson City. Got any chances for rain? We've been passed over several times. I need it. I'm wilting. We are all wilting. It is, it's no bueno, is it? Well, it's just about 10 minutes until 8 o'clock. Glad you could join me here on Wake Up with the Witcher this morning. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to everything you see on social media. It really helps everything out, helps the platform out. I appreciate you every day for joining me here on this platform, for tuning in. You are all diehards when it comes to Wake Up with the Witcher, and I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you. I appreciate you all every single day. I hope you have a great day. Embrace it. Enjoy this nice, comfortable morning. Grab your cup of coffee. Just go take a couple of deep breaths outside. Maybe open your windows for the next couple of hours in your house. Turn off the AC and just let some nice, cool, refreshing air come on in. Now that the sun's coming up, it is definitely going to be on the hot side again here today with temperatures topping out near 90 degrees. Of course, I'll send you back to the 24-hour weather channel if you missed the forecast at the very top. Remember, Wake Up with Witcher is 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday. And of course, I take those days off to spend it with my family. But no holidays coming up anyways. We do weather, we do traffic, and when we need to do traffic, there's no traffic issues out there. And we also talk about national holidays and, of course, conversations and events that are going on around East Tennessee. So I appreciate you for sharing everything with me every day. I wouldn't be here without you. So super appreciative every single day. My glass is runneth over because of you. All right, I'm going to send you back to the 24-hour weather channel to get it to you right from the very tip top. You'll get your full forecast and all the weather information again. Like, subscribe, and share whatever you see on social media. It really helps out. Have a great day, my friends. We'll see you back here for Wake Up with Witcher, bright and early, 7 o'clock on our finally Friday morning. It's got a nice little ring.
You're watching East Tennessee weather. Weather when you want it.
Good morning. Have a great Thursday. It's a comfortable start to the day. Embrace it for what it's worth because, well, a lot more heat and humidity is going to be building its way back in the area. Not necessarily a lot more humidity, but a lot hotter temperatures are on the way as well. Yesterday turned out to be great. We started off with mostly cloudy skies. Clouds began to break up, and we saw plenty of sunshine with seasonable temperatures. We made it into the low to upper 80s to even a couple low 90s, but that's fairly average. The one that was well below average was Tri-Cities, only making to 83, and the average high is 87 degrees. So here are your weather headlines. A comfortable start to the day. A little bit more heat this afternoon. Not bad, though. The heat, when we're talking heat, temperatures will continue to warm near record high temperatures on the 7-day forecast. And rain, well, fairly lackluster in the rainfall department. All right, looking ahead throughout the day today. Again, enjoy this morning. If you got to get out and mow the yard, if you need to do some yard work, the first part of our day is going to be the best part. We're going to have some nice, comfortable temperatures. Even by lunchtime, we're going to be right there at around 83. Our goal today is going to be in the upper 80s to low 90s. So a little bit warmer than what we were yesterday, but we're not really going to have a heat index value, maybe a degree or two on top of that. That should be about the extent of it. So again, we're not going to be contending with that extreme heat. More seasonable weather expected again today. We're going to be right around 90 by 6. By 8, we're in the upper 80s, and by 10, down into the upper 70s. So another comfortable evening ahead of us. High pressure is the name of the game. Now it's Thursday, still summer vacation. If you happen to have any travel plans to the Carolina coastline, more so North Carolina, but a little bit of South Carolina, say near Charleston, and also Myrtle Beach up towards Wilmington. But really the Outer Banks of North Carolina are going to be socked in with an area of low pressure that's just going to be stationary across the eastern seaboard. So when you add up the rainfall forecast all the way through Saturday night, heaviest rain is going to be from Norfolk all the way down to Myrtle Beach and the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So again, something to think about if you are heading off on vacation across the eastern seaboard, but here locally, we're staying rain-free. And actually, rain-free pretty much all the way through Monday. Don't think we'll see a whole lot. We may start to see an uptick in those rain chances Tuesday, Wednesday possibly. So we'll see how this all plays out if we can get a disturbance to drop far enough into our area. Other than that, over the next 7 days, not really looking at much in the way of rainfall here locally, a little bit more to our north, and much more to our east. Dew points, anyways. So dew points are going to stay on the lower end. Dew points are going to stay in the 60s for the most part until we get into Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. With that said, that's going to be a little bit of a drier air mass. Another ridge of high pressure builds its way back in. Hotter weather is on the way, but we're not going to be contending with the extreme humidity, but we are going to be talking about extreme heat. And we're going to be in the mid to upper 90s to near 100, near record high temperatures expected as we get into our Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. So again, the heat's going to be with us, but it's going to be a little bit more of a drier heat, if you will. I.e., you saw temperatures going the mid to upper 90s to near 100. Watch this. Heat index values, not much today. Tomorrow, mid to upper 90s for heat index values. We'll do it again on Saturday, and we'll do it again on Sunday. So the point of the story is we're not going to be dealing with extreme humidity to make it feel that much more uncomfortable, but it's still going to be uncomfortable because temperatures will be in the upper 90s to low 100s. I think as we get into our Tuesday, Wednesday, now we're starting to see our heat index values push about 105 because air temperatures will be pushing close to the upper 90s to low 100s. So I think Tuesday, Wednesday will be the hottest and most humid days. Looking ahead, July 17th through the 21st and beyond that, we're still looking at the potential for above average temperatures. Now, the signals really decrease as we go from the 19th through the 25th. Do we start to see a little bit more seasonable weather return? And the possibility is, well, yes. All right, rain chances, fairly lackluster in the rainfall department. Maybe a little bit of an uptick in some rain chances some days, but generally speaking, it just looks like that drought will continue to worsen around East Tennessee. I've got a lot more information on that drought. If you go to easttnweather.com, I've got a blog that I blog every day, giving you all the latest climate information, forecast, and the big weather pattern. You can also get that on the East Tennessee Weather app as well, plus your daily forecast, 1 Minute with Witcher, and access to all weather information for us here in East Tennessee. And as I mentioned, if you are going to be traveling on vacation and maybe going to an area that's going to get a little bit more rain, a little stormier, well, the East Tennessee Weather app goes with you. So download the East Tennessee Weather app, go to the Google Play Store or the App Store and search East TN Weather, all one word. Have a great Thursday, and again, embrace this nice, comfortable morning. Next weather update's coming up today at noon. See you then.